Hi, everybody. This is Catherine Auman. This is my presentation for Dr. Mitchell's class on organic inquiry. And my project is sexual mindfulness practice as a valid form of meditation. So he asked us first to cover our positionality, and mine would be that I am definitely weird, white, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic, and coming from that place. I'm also coming from the position of a transpersonal psychologist. I believe I'm interested in studying things beyond ego, beyond the mainstream. I also am coming very much from a feminist point of view. So in my studies of sexuality, I see most of contemporary conventional sexuality as culturally contrived. And I've had the transpersonal sexual experiences I'm studying. So that would be my position. Then we were asked to review organic inquiry, and the 3 steps as outlined by Anderson and Broad are the preparation, inspiration, and integration. It includes the researcher's own story and the participant stories. There's the collection and analysis of data, and organic inquiry values that which goes beyond ego. And it has as goals the transformation of the researcher, the participants, and the readers. So the organic study that I am postulating for this class, we gathered 10 meditators. So Anderson and Broad said that 10 was the ideal number. And Descalou and Brado have a very interesting article, which I'm referencing, which is Sexual Functioning in Experienced Meditators. And that is that mindfulness leads to long-term meditators were found to have greater sexual motivation and sexual consciousness than none. I'm not sure what I meant there by my notes by consciousness, but they reported greater sexual satisfaction. The meditation practice was linked to better sexual functioning, interest, and desire. So I think for this study, we would want to get people who are already meditators. And this better sexual functioning, interest, and desire was not dependent on the amount, frequency, or type of meditation practice. We'd also want to get people who are partnered. Obviously, sex can either be partnered or solo, but Engelbright et al. Had a very interesting article, very interesting study on the difference in brainwave activity practicing in pairs or practicing meditation in pairs or individually. And they showed that when people are meditating in pairs, they show increased alpha and theta EEG readings. And it may be the case, here's a quote from page 51, that the transpersonal processes have occurred between 2 meditating minds being part of a universal quantum field, may be connected by electromagnetic fields, reflected by resonance and standing waves. So I think there's a case to be made there for partnered meditation, which a sexual meditation in this study would be partnered. And then there's quite a few people who studied sexual mindfulness, which would mean bringing mindfulness to a sexual encounter. And the one I'm referencing in this short study is Levitt, sexual mindfulness, the role of sexual mindfulness in sexual well-being, relational well-being, and self-esteem. So sexual mindfulness is seen as a subtype of state mindfulness, and sexually mindful midlife adults show increased satisfaction with a relationship and with the sex lives and better self-esteem. So that's completely irrelevant to my study here. And so then I would gather the 10 interview participants for their ideas on the research design before beginning. I really like this part of organic inquiry. Rather than just presenting the research criteria as a fait accompli, I would want to ask them. My idea is having, and what my husband and I did was a 15-minute daily sexual mindfulness meditation on which we took notes, and that's the basis for this study. to see how that would affect other people. But I don't know if other people want to do it that way. So perhaps they would be happier doing it 3 times a week or 5 times a week, or rather than once a day. Maybe they would be, maybe 6 weeks is not a good amount of time for them. And I think all of that would be relevant to the study, because if people don't want to do it daily, that's relevant. If people think that's too long a time, that's relevant. All of that would be relevant to the topic. So I would want to, rather than just say, here, do this, and then get resistance, just say what would work for you, and what are your thoughts and experiences about that? Because everyone obviously is not the same. So again, the research design would be presented as 15-minute sexual meditations per couple. That would be bookending with a time, just like you do in meditation. You're going to meditate for 15 minutes or an hour or whatever you're going to do. And maybe they want to do 20 minutes, maybe they're TM meditators and so on. And then see what they want to do with that, collect their stories as well as mine, and then analyze the results and share with the participants for their feedback. I also like this about organic inquiry, that I would want to share this information before I actually wrote it up, to find out what their feedback is. Maybe they think the study was worthless. That would be interesting to know. Or maybe they felt that they had grown as a result of participation. And this would be very important in organic inquiry, that we keep an eye to doing something that's going to help people grow, as well as the readers. And then, of course, this topic is going to get published. And here's my references. So thanks for listening and supporting my project.